Hi guys, it's Nerd Mom. I'm here to answer this week's Vlog Mom question. It's Jessica at Found the Marbles asked if we have a life list and what are 3 things on our life list that we are most anxious or excited to do. I don't know if you guys saw my post last week that I think I may have found a lump. And I have to say, as I started thinking about this, my first thought was, so many things in my life have changed since I've made my various life lists. You're talking to somebody who's had a life plan, a 5-year plan, a whatever, since, I could walk and talk. Not that I've ever fulfilled it. I've just always had it. And in the last, year or so, I really realized how much of that's changed. I always wanted to get my BS in computer science, finish that out, get a PhD in some sort of history, probably Middle Eastern, like the dream of doing political stuff, things like that. I want to be Karl Rove, not the candidate. Don't get crazy with it. But as I started thinking about my answer to this, it really hit me that I don't know what's on my life list anymore. My life list, there's the big things that I think is on every mom and wife's life list of I want a good marriage, I want a lifelong marriage, I want my children to grow up to be independent and self-reliant and good and with a strong relationship with God, because my faith is very important to me. I think that those are the normal big ones that anyone in my life situation can agree on. I want my children to know that they're loved, that they were wanted, and I'm all emotional. I'm having a hard week. But you know what? Tomorrow's not promised to us. Nowhere is tomorrow promised. I've spent a lot of my life living for what I hope will happen someday. Someday I'll be thin. Someday I'll be successful. Someday, whatever. Someday my house will be clean. Whatever. I have a wonderful life. There are some things, like I wanted to leave the state of California. I wanted to travel a little bit. My family never traveled growing up, which is totally reasonable. Blogging has definitely helped me reach some of those smaller life goals. I started traveling for blogging conferences and stuff, going to, New York City and Colorado and Atlanta and meeting some wonderful people. So as far as those kind of life goals, those are being met. Someday I always wanted to go to Israel, but you know what? As I'm looking at what's going on and the uncertainty in my life right now, it's not a deal breaker. I don't care. I'd like to, but I don't care. I realized at this point, I need to quit living for a life list. I need to figure out what I want to do today. And part of it is separate from the possibility of finding a lump and who knows what's going on. I'm 37 years old and I feel like I'm just really coming into who I actually am. I'm finally that nerdy girl who doesn't care who knows she's a huge geek and at the same time likes to play with makeup and loves Doctor Who and reads comic books and everything else. Getting comfortable with that may redefine my goals. I don't know. Ask me in 6 months what my life list is. It'll be interesting to see how things have changed. Right now, I'm lucky if I can come up with firm goals for the next year other than getting my 5-year-old to be willing to read more. That's my 2 cents on a life list. I know I may not have answered the question, but such is life. How about you? Do you have a life list? Do you have a life goal? Let me know in the comments or post a video response to my vlog. And I hope you have a great week. And I want to thank Vlog Mom Group so much for welcoming me in. Thanks. Bye-bye.